We got a fun day for you today. Today, I get to plant up my hypertufas for the fall winter season. So I made these last year, this year, and now I get to design them. Super fun. So I'm going to bring you along with the process and see how I do it. So first, I'll just put a little potting mix in, not too much. And over here, you can see I kind of picked out some bigger succulents. And what I like to do is use different ones. Some grow tall, some grow wide, some creep. So generally, I'm always going to have a creeper. Here we have a nice, beautiful sedum. But this actually will just kind of fill out the pot. And what I love about the hypertufas is being porous, things can root right into that. So the sedum and other things, as they grow over, can re-root right back into the pot. You can cover the outside and look really cool. But then I'll generally kind of pair it with a taller plant. And I kind of just go through and see what works. And as always, I like to add a little spice, so it's not just plants. So I got my collection of driftwood. And the driftwood I love. I mean, check out some of these pieces. How cool that is. And, you can see there's a little hole here. You can see that. But that's where I can imagine a succulent growing through. So I got all sizes, all shapes. But they really just add so much character to this. And then it can also help you keep spacing. Succulent planters, if you ever seen them, can really get compacted and grow into each other. Having a piece of driftwood or a little rock or something in the middle kind of keeps some open space for airflow and let the plants give them a little extra room to spread out. And typically when I'm planting hypertufas, if your pot is too tall, these aren't very deep. And sometimes the pots you get and have much soil, don't worry about it. I just take it and I'll just break off the bottom half. I'll make it smaller. And part of my thought process is, I'm looking at this neon green, so I don't want to do another kind of neon green. I want to kind of do something opposite. Let's check out how cool that one is. Those white tips. Once I have the ones that I think I want, and I don't want to overcrowd them, give them room to grow. So in this one, I'm only going to do 3. And once I kind of have the spacing, I'll go and fill in with the potting mix, and then we'll touch base with the driftwood. So now that I have it planted, I get a couple pieces of driftwood and see which ones work best. Sometimes I want them vertical so it can climb. This one, I don't. I'm going to want it more horizontal. And I love how this one, see, now this one has a U, so I can cup this right around a plant in here. So I can cup a plant right in here. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah, that looks good. So just like that, you can see I put the driftwood in the middle. And then I took one piece of sedum and I brought it to the other side. And that way it'll help some of this go this way. A lot of it's going to fall over this way. But I still want some to go through the other way and give it a little character on the other sides. So the next one is a square one, but it's a little smaller. So I don't want to use huge pieces of driftwood. So in this case, I got nice little tiny pieces, kind of just dress it up. And likewise, since it's small, I don't want to use a succulent that's going to get huge and overtake this. The only exception is if I just wanted to do one big one in the middle. Here we have a nice different kind of creeper, different type of sedum. I think with this one, I might just do one. I think this, little purples, he's got another friend growing out here. If I do one center one, and then I just get this light green just fill around the pot, I think that would be pretty cool. Actually, I think I just changed it up, because if I did this in the tall one in the center, I have to break this one up. So I think I'm going to push the tall one to the back, and we'll have this in the front, and we'll just have a back. This will be a succulent that you would kind of want to put against the wall or backdrop. You'd have the tall one in the back and the spreader in the front. And in this case, I actually use a driftwood, kind of acts as a little extra support until this guy gets rooted and really holds himself. He'll just be in the back there. It'll look really cool once that sedum fills in. I always love seeing how the different roots go. Look at this Hypertufa. Thing's got some serious roots, big fatties. All right, and that's the third one. I think you kind of have an idea of how to do it. Again, I put the driftwood in, and I use this as kind of a barrier for the sedum so that it doesn't really push this way and take over these ones. But I got a nice tall blue one, a green one, a neon green one. So the colors are nice. And this girl, when she fills in, will just be beautiful. We'll do one more where I'm just going to do one in it, and then we'll call it a day and see how you're doing. And so here we have a variety of a kalanchoe, and it gets huge. You can see how big it is already in a 4-inch pot. So I'm just going to put this all by itself, but I'll use a nice big piece of driftwood. And there's just a single plant. So it's going to take a little while, but this is going to get big. You would not want to mix this with anything else. So if you have a hypertufa, have fun planting them. And if not, look forward to all the ones I'll be doing. And I sell them empty too if you want to have some fun planting them yourself. But I do make plenty of pre-planted ones that I grow out. So we'll see you around.